I've not heard from you in a while. Well, you have not heard from me in a while either, so we are even on that one. I've not been playing a lot of video games lately. It's been summer. Look at the sunshine coming in. There's not a lot of sunshine right now, but it's bright outside. So it's summer, German summer, warm, lots of rain as well. But I'm enjoying that time, so I've not been sitting in front of a TV playing video games that much. However, I finished one game, one that I've been like working on for what, like 2.5 months in total, and that is Wild Arms 4. You know, I've been going through the Wild Arms series lately. I really loved 3 and 4. I mean, it could not be a more different game. Actually, what this reminds me of a lot is the Grandia series. So if you're a fan of Grandia and you're looking for a game like similar to that, it's right here. Wild Arms 4, it's more science fiction based. It looks more science fiction than it is in the game. There's still a lot of fantasy going on, but I really enjoyed it. It's more linear. You actually only have a world map menu to choose things from. And basically the extreme openness of Wild Arms 3 has been inversed for Wild Arms 4. This is super linear. The story is interesting. I like the characters. All the characters are pretty young though. What I really liked about Wild Arms 3 was that the characters were older, more mature. And this one, like Raquel right here, I think is the oldest with 19 years old. So expect like a traditional like teen anime storyline of teens like fighting evil with the power of friendship, basically. But some of these cutscenes really are Metal Gear Solid level of crazy. So I really enjoyed it for the story alone. And after finishing this, I jumped right into Wild Arms 4. Well, basically at exactly that time, summer hit and I've not been playing a lot. I'm like 11 or 12 hours into it right now, and this is a return to form. Wild Arms 4 is really an outlier, like the black sheep of the series, and even though I enjoyed it a lot, it wasn't the sequel to Wild Arms 3 that I wanted, and this one is really it. Like, you have not just an overworld, the overworld is actually to scale. You know, you don't have tiny towns that you get into. It's actually the overworld has the same scale as all the towns. And I'm really enjoying it. The characters are a step up. The battle system, which they really improved for Wild Arms 4 with like hex system, got improved for this one even more, and this is a joy to play. People say this is one of the best games in the series, and I would subscribe to that. And I'm really enjoying my time with this. Sadly, I've not have the just time to just sit down and play through it, but I've been working on this slowly but surely, and like Wild Arms 4, I will take a few months to beat this one, I'm pretty sure. And after finishing this, I don't really know if I want to go into the spin-offs of the series. This is the last game in the series I need to play. After that comes XF for the PSP, which is a strategy RPG. I started that, I couldn't really get into it. And I don't like strategy RPGs too much. So this one I will probably just skip. And I don't know if I want to get into Alter Code F over here, which is the remake of Wild Arms 1. Based on the Wild Arms 3 engine, but graphically probably closer to Wild Arms 4 from what I've seen. So it's a weird in-between step. It was in development at the same time as Wild Arms 4. So I see like, okay, they had to maybe cut the budget on this one, make it more linear, more story-based, and work on this one in parallel. And I don't know if I want to jump into it right now. Wild Arms 4 was not my favorite in the series, and I'm not sure if this one is going to change it, but I'm willing to give it a try. But I think after playing through 4 Wild Arms games, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right in a row, I need a little Wild Arms break after that one. And on the go, I'd not been playing a lot of portable games, but I thought, you know, let's get out the Switch again and finally start Ys 9 Monstrum Nox. I was pretty upset. Like, I got a very good deal on the Switch version, and everyone knows the Switch version is not the best version to play. So I decided I'm not going to play it on the TV, because if I was playing on the TV, I would rather play the PS4 version. which runs in 60 FPS instead of 30 as this one. So I thought, okay, like I really didn't want to play this version, but I ended up starting it, and the frame rate drops in the city are pretty common, pretty extreme, but totally manageable for me. What I was worried about was the battle system, because in East you have to, like right before the enemy hits, you have to evade or block, and then you get a little bonus for the battles. And I just realized I put the game on normal mode and it's not really necessary to get through the game. Cheers to you. So right now, I don't know how many hours in. East sadly is one of the series that doesn't give you an in-game timer, and that's very upsetting. I hate when games don't give you an in-game timer. And I really miss the 3DS game log that the Switch just threw out for a, I guess you played like 20 hours system. So Ys 9, I wanted to knock that one off my list because Ys 10 is coming out at the end of the year and it's looking fantastic. And I'm actually, even though the PS4 version is coming out, I'm thinking like maybe that's the one where I want to get a PS5 for, because there's also a Life is Strange game coming out that's not getting a PS4 version. So I'm thinking maybe right now is the time where a PS5 would actually make sense in my house. But I'm not so sure about it because I think the PS4 version will be fine. And what I also wanted to check out is just, you know, Falcom games over the last few years, especially Ys 8, so Lacrimosa of Dana, annoyed me with its dialogue, just talking all the time. And I really didn't like that, but I was interested in starting the new Trails series. Now that Trails of Cold Steel is over, they're starting Trails into Daybreak, which is the new series. And Trails of Cold Steel didn't really interest me because it has the typical, like, we are a war academy and we are all students and all of that. Like, no, I'm not interested in that. I don't like that type of story. And now in the new one, you're like a detective in like a steampunk style town, and I thought that's so cool. And I wanted to see how it is playing Ys 9 on the Switch, because I would like to play Trails into Daybreak on the Switch. But the performance stuff is just... Falcom is just... actually, Nisa is not doing a good job with the Switch ports on those. And because Nisa is doing the Switch ports, Falcom is not doing them in-house. I think the first one they're doing is now Ys 10. It's the first one that has a native Falcom Switch version. I don't think Trails into Daybreak has one. So I think Nisa also did that one. But it's coming out, I think, on the 17th of July this year, Trails into Daybreak. And I want to check that out, but I want to finish Ys 9 first. Because I know the Trails games, they have a lot of dialogue. They're known for being very dialogue heavy, and I just want to play that on the go and do a few quests or something. I don't want to sit on a TV and play an 80, 100 hour RPG. It doesn't fit into my lifestyle at the moment, especially not in summer, where I'm just more on the go, more on the train, going to work, working outside instead of working at home more. So that's on my list right now. I'm interested in Trails into Daybreak, on the fence about either getting it at launch or getting the Switch version. I'm really waiting for a few more reviews on that one. But those are the games I've been playing. Still looking at Wild Arms, finishing Wild Arms 4 hopefully in the next month or two. It's just a nice, like, sit down and play for an hour game. I'm not actively working on wanting to finish it. It's just a relaxation after work for an hour before having to do other things in the house type of game. And Ys 9 is just my portable one at the moment. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. That's it. Just my little update. I hope I can give you more videos in the future. But that's the state it is right now. More outside, more enjoying life, and not sitting at home playing video games too much. See you in the next video. Bye.